what's up everyone? My name is Jeff, and today we're going to have some fun playing Magic. And today we are winning with Strixhaven Stadium combo. So this says whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to an opponent, put a point counter onto Strixhaven Stadium, then if it has 10 or more point counters on it, remove them all, and that player loses the game. So if we get to 10 points, then we win the game. If an opponent's creature deals damage to us, we also remove a counter, so that can be a downside. But the coolest thing about this is that if we just tap it for mana, we also get to put a point counter onto it. And that's the part that we're trying to break with this deck. But before we dive into a full breakdown of this deck, here's an epic segue to today's sponsor. Today's video is sponsored by Hunting Clash. Hunting Clash is free to play and available on both iOS and Android. Make sure you download the game with the link down in the description below and help support the channel. This game has breathtaking hunting grounds available across the world, and a wide choice of weapons from sniper rifle to bow and exciting gear like sonars and super buffs. There are over 100 different animals to hunt from all over the world. I was really surprised how zen this game is. With the breathtaking views and very chill gameplay, this game was very relaxing. But the clash in Hunting Clash comes from player versus player, which is available in duels and in championships. And they hold events every week to discover and play new adventures. So make sure you download the game through the link in the description below to support the channel. And I know from experience that people get really up in arms about even the appearance of hurting animals. But remember that this is a game that shows breathtaking views, and you get to see these animals and simulate a hunting experience the same way that you simulate warfare in Call of Duty Modern Warfare. So if you haven't tried something like this before, this is the perfect chance to do so. Make sure you download the game with the link down in the description below and help support the channel. Alright, so let's talk about how we can score 10 points with Strixhaven Stadium. So every time that it taps, we get to add mana and put a point counter onto Strixhaven Stadium. Luckily in Historic, we have tons of awesome ways to be able to untap this card. Voltaic Servant, at the beginning of our end step, we get to untap target artifact. Manifold Key, we can just pay one and tap this, and untap target artifact. Corridor Monitor, when it enters the battlefield, untap target artifact. You get the theme here. And then we also have some ways to proliferate. We have Flux Channeler, whenever we cast a non-creature spell, we get to proliferate and put more counters onto this. A new card from Mystical Archives, Tezzeret Gambit, we get to pay 3 mana, pay Phyrexian mana if we want to, draw 2 cards, and then proliferate. And the proliferation side of things works really well with all the planeswalkers in this deck. And then we have Karn's Bastion to proliferate as well in the mana base. So that's how we can get to 10 points, but that doesn't actually let us win. This says we have to have a creature deal damage and then check to see if we have 10 points, and then we can win with Strixhaven Stadium. We do have some creatures with Corridor Monitor, Voltaic Servant, Flux Channeler, and Manifold Key is twofold in this deck, being able to pay 3 to tap it and target creature can't be blocked this turn, so that is a way to win with it. But we also get Blinkmoth Nexus in the mana base, which is a perfect flyer to be swinging in, even if our board gets wiped, to finish off this game. Tezzeret can also make Thopters. Karn can also dig for Heart of Kiran from the sideboard, so we have a few ways to make this work, but overall, that's the main game plan. So some of the games I'm going to show in this one were tester games that I just recorded and they were really, really good, but it wasn't the finished final version of this deck. Whelming Wave being one of the main cards I decided to add in later that I forgot about initially. So for the full breakdown analysis of this deck, where I go over each of the different cards I think that should come into the deck, different things that should be taken out, that is after the gameplay. But before we dive into the gameplay, a quick reminder to hit the subscribe button. During the month of May, I had 500,000 views, and 65% of those views came from people that are not subscribed. So I know that 65% of you guys that are watching right now are not subscribed. So hit the subscribe button. I definitely appreciate it. All right, let's go and dive into gameplay. Here we go. All right, I just hit the record button. Luckily, nothing has happened too much. I'm sorry about this. I mulliganed down to 6. I played up Voltaic Servant. I was speculating this guy might be Gruul, but playing kind of weird things for them to be Gruul, so I'm not sure. We're going to go ahead and attack in now with Voltaic Servant. This is why I hit the stop the record button, because I played up against just Simic Flash deck, which was the worst thing ever. That's weird. Okay, but I mean, it's cool. Draw cards, proliferate. Not that that does anything here, but yeah, no. Anyway, so hopefully you guys don't feel like you missed out too much here. There's really not a whole lot going on. Cool thing about Guardian Idol with this is we can play out Island, Guardian Idol, Corridor Monitor, untap the Guardian Idol. If we had then an extra little bit of mana, we can do some cool stuff with it, but we don't, so it doesn't actually matter. Oh, all right. This is Humbler combo. I bet you anything. Just getting the energy, not even caring about killing it, or they might have messed it up. I don't know. Okay, Inventors Fair. Guardian Idol. I haven't played any creatures yet. This is probably Pummeler on the next turn. Do I care to play this out? We want it for the combo once we do get there. How many artifacts do I need? 3 artifacts. I guess we'll go ahead and play it out then. Yeah, because I want to be able to draw cards immediately on the next turn, so even if they end up having Pummeler, we need that. We need it badly. Desperately, I say. The other card we could throw into this that just works with everything else we're doing. Oh, that's annoying. We could play, what's his bucket? Steel Overseer. And just turn these guys into massive threats with Steel Overseer. That is the other piece that we could go off with. Yeah, definitely Pummeler or the Aether Flux, whatever thing. All right, Tezzeret. I do want to try to get to his ultimate when possible as well. That's a way for us to find stuff. So if they're not doing too much here, we'll say no attacks. I could try to swing with Quarter Monitor and untap it, but whatever. All right, we have the double block to kill. Mind Stone, draw 2 cards. I don't think Harness... Yeah, if they're playing a Braids and Harness Lightning, the very small chance that they actually have things that kill Planeswalkers now. So honestly, this is a pretty good setup. If they are going for the Aether... Whatever it's called, Aetherworks Marvel, that card. Then we want our own Karn. Karn is awful. Absolute worst. Also feels more like Aetherworks Marvel. It still could be Pummeler. They could be using Karn as a way to get there. Interesting stuff, my friends. Interesting stuff indeed. I don't know if I can speculate any harder than I already am. I'm going to try. All right, that's a way to deal damage to a Planeswalker. All right. Manifold Key is a way to get damage to a Karn. I want to do this. Question is, do I want to just draw cards here instead? I can draw 2 cards. Or I can start bringing out Thopters, which are actually relevant against the Karn. I can't actually activate Manifold Key. Let's draw cards.
I know what must be done.
There we go. Our own Karn.
I will defend my allies.
So they can't ever activate this. How much mana do they have? They have 5. If I take down, then they get to kill the Karn. We can't do that. Let's play Mind Stone. Pick up, select 0. We can untap the Quarter Monitor, so we still have blocks for the Rogue Refiner. Send those guys at Karn. I think only 1 hits. Yeah, it's fine.
This will not deter me.
Pass. All right. Flagship console. They have another one. It's an issue. If they turn off their Karn, then we are suddenly in great shape. Oh, right. Forgot about that. We just chomp there. I don't think, yeah, we don't think we trade off. We need to kill this Karn. Desperately so. How do we do this? right, I want to keep getting the Tezzeret going. So Tezzeret, come here. I can turn Mind Stone into a creature. Yeah, let's do that. It needs to die. This thing has to go. So swing everything all at Karn. We still have a Thopter. Yeah, everything at Karn. So now they're just trying to kill the most valuable thing, the thing that can jump block the Rogue Refiner. But we also get to untap here. 6 mana. Let's go Gambit. I want the Phyrexian mana here. A little bit cheaper. Yeah, submit these two. Island, Mind Stone, Manifold Key. I want to draw right now. Not right now. Okay, getting close to this ultimate. They cannot active or turn on the flagship, so we untap another Thopter, I believe. They have Abrades, they have Harness Lightnings, all those kinds of things. Dealing 3 damage to our stuff is really annoying. Okay, draws a card. Hopefully we can start proliferating. Like, that would be sweet. We need to find... man, getting up to the ultimate with this would be nice, but also drawing cards and then Seagate Restoration to draw tons of cards would be a really good play, too. I mean, that's probably the better way to go. This feels like it's going to be a really long game. Finding more Karns, I think, is going to be good. Yeah, so this is not the Pummeler version. This is definitely Aetherworks Marvel. So keeping our Karn alive is the utmost importance. All right, so we can use our Karn to go find a stadium, though. Do I want to draw a card now to set up for Secret Restoration and stuff? Let's go ahead and draw. Card draw is actually more important here. Order Monitor. All right, so -2. I said keeping this alive is of utmost importance, but also going off of the combo is pretty sweet stuff too. Strixhaven Stadium. A stadium. Add mana. Manifold. Untap. 2. Order Monitor. Thanks. Opponent gets it. This is good stuff. Alright, I want to keep going with the flyers. So yeah, our flyers are really good here. Yeah, so let's go ahead and play out the flyers. We need to hold on to our end step here. Yeah, tap with Stadium, Mind Stone. Tack in here and here. Get 2 more counters onto Stadium. And then on the end step, we get to untap the Stadium. Yeah. This is what we're trying to do. So we need to get up to 9 counters or enough that Thopters will get us there and win. So because we do have to hit with damage to make it work. I think we let that go. I think because, like, honestly, we have 5 things to hit with, right? They could have a board wipe. And getting the ultimate here would be sweet as well, though. Finding an Ugin. Finding Karns to keep their stuff off the line. Yeah, let's go ahead and chomp. The ultimate is worth it enough. beginning of our end step. So Planeswalkers are a little bit awkward with the doing on the end step, but still, I think we get to our combo. We get up to 7. We can tap it one more time. We still have enough for the win with Strix Stadium on this next turn. We know that they have Abrades, and so Abrade has a chance to just hit us at any time now. So this might be our main win con. Opponent scoops it up. All right, yeah. Woo. Wait, did they just play the wrong side of the Shadow Skull Smashing? What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that was just a misplay. I think they clicked the wrong side, and once you click the wrong side, like, there's no way out of it. You can't undo it. Like, I wish there was a way to, like, oh, hey, I clicked the wrong side with that, like, go back, but no, there isn't. Like, so I think we're still very far ahead, but they would have gone maybe 2 more turns there. That's cool. All right, up against Berserk Rage, and we have card draw. We have a tiny bit of ramp. I think in general we always want to mulligan for a little bit better hand. Like, the hard part is this is totally a keepable hand. We have the idol into Tezzeret's Gambit, and we can draw potentially into the stadium, and then double Voltaic Servant after that is actually really good. You know, okay, let's try this one. I was trying to say that we should always try to find the Strixhaven Stadium, but really, there's a reason why we have so much card draw and everything else, is that it's not the perfect card for a hand. Issue though is that Ugin is desperately wanting more ramp than what we have. We're on the draw. Hopefully, we can find more stuff along the way. We get like 5 draws to try to find a better, more stuff. I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say, guys. It's okay. See if opponent's going to play ever. All right, there it goes. Inventors Fair. Land is actually very nice. Play out the island. Pass the turn. Which is your favorite lands? I got these ones, and I do like them, but man, I like the way these look better in hand. I think in general, these are just my favorite by far. So these ones are my favorite. I want them to do more things like that, like more focus on the mana symbol. All right, well, we're probably going to be comboed out here, and that's bad. The one big issue I have with this deck is not having a lot of combo hate. Oh, that shuts down our Tezzeret's Gambit. Right, down to 17. Inventors Fair. Order Monitor, Untap Guardian Idol. Order Monitor, Untap Guardian Idol, Voltaic Servant. That was pretty cool. That's another thing that we can do. It's just like Quarter Monitor is letting us keep getting extra mana with this stuff. Does let us play out a lot of things. Now we at least have blockers. Okay, Indomitable Creativity. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're just dead. Narset Define the Creativity. That's something I hadn't seen people do before. Brilliant. They are playing the token. So this is a Velomachus Lorehold deck. Pirate's Pillage. Why wasn't I playing Pirate's Pillage as well on that one? All right, so Tezzeret's Gambit, completely worthless. Killing a Narset, worthwhile. Searching for a Strixhaven's thing. I can only do this at 3 or more artifacts. So I think that is the game plan, but let's go ahead and attack at Narset first. All right, so Inventors Fair. I'm just making sure I can do this at instant speed. Okay, I can do it at instant speed, right? I'm not reading anything that doesn't say so. Untap, Quarter Monitor. Pass turn. Are they going for like a big creativity? I'm not sure like how many creatures and things they can have. They could have more than just the Velomachus. But if they're just getting 2 Velomachuses here. Does this get 2 of different names? No, it should just, each one will get the same ones, right? So if they happen to hit 2 Lotus Cobras, it's awful. Okay, yeah, so this is the infinite combo. Is it a May ability? Yeah, resolve all. Here, I'm going to just tap myself down. All right, so yeah, so infinite combo, they have all these guys. These, I don't know why Lotus Cobra's insects have haste as well. That's the Lotus Gods, I mean. But yeah, sweet combo. So Sage of the Falls, whenever another non-human creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. All right, so kind of surprised they didn't like sack 1 treasure to go for a 3rd option, because I feel like you have to not hit multiple Lotus Gods. Unless they only have 1 of these and like 4 of these, and they just hope they don't run into him. Like, I don't know. It's kind of funky to me. Is this a May ability? Yeah, you may draw a card. So once they get up to 20, they decide not to draw a card. They hit in for all the damage and everything. I'm going to go ahead and let them attack in. There's a lot of... There's a lot of the daily quests or daily like tasks to get that are like attacking with a certain number of creatures. This seems like a deck that would let you get to 20 pretty quickly, or 40, or however much you have to get to. And so I'll go ahead and let them deal the damage. So there's 20. So now they can decide not to. They can attack in for the damage. Yeah, okay, yeah. I want to hold up full control and respond to one of these now. All right, never mind. Okay, Inventors Fair. We are going to grab our Stadium just to show them our combo. There we go. Boom, bam. Okay, game. Not too shabby, my friend. Yep. All right, cool. On to the next one. All right, up against Widget, and pretty sweet hand here. I like having the Whelming Wave. I just barely added that. I'm not sure which games I'm putting first or whatever, but I added some Whelming Waves here at some point. I purposely try to get some really good games with this deck because it's a combo deck that is super fun. And fun deserves fun. All right, Whelming Wave on the next turn. Which turn do we have to Whelming Wave with Elves? It's like the perfect card against Elves. I'm just debating how long we can wait. Okay, we wait another turn at least. So do I throw out Karn here is the question. I can play out Mind Stone. We end up losing Karn, but is it worth it? We can grab a Grafdigger's Cage, which could be worth it. What else is there to grab? God-Pharaoh statue is kind of decent. We're a little bit close to that. If we hit a land, Whelming Wave, play another land, we have that online. I think we just grab the Strixhaven Stadium. Like, that is the combo. That's what we're trying to do. That's the main reason for Karn to play first is let's go grab the Strixhaven Stadium. So let's do it. We can Whelming Wave on the next turn if we need to. Otherwise, we have Strixhaven Stadium into Mind Stone into Corridor Monitor, I believe. With a land, we have that. We need the blue mana for it. Lots and lots of elves. Yep, kills the Karn. It's annoying. We got the thing that we wanted, though, so it's fine. Can I wait one more turn before this Whelming Wave? We get a lot of ramp if we play out the other stuff first, and then into Ugin. Actually, no, I think what we do is Whelming Wave this turn, let them rebuild. So let's go... I think we can go Mind Stone into Whelming Wave. Yeah, let's just keep ramping. Yeah, Strixhaven Stadium doesn't go off, but it's fine. They bounce their stuff back to hand. Pass the turn. And then hopefully we can ramp up enough to get up to Ugin. So a land and Stadium, Monitor for a blocker. take this up a little bit more. Okay, Mimic. They do not have the 4th land. Oh, that's big if they don't. And they're not playing out a bunch of other creatures. Tezzeret's Gambit. All right, so Stadium. I do want to play the Gambit this turn if possible. How much mana do I have here? So I play... Wait, untap. A Corridor Monitor. Untap Strixhaven Stadium. I can get to Tezzeret's Gambit. Yeah, okay. So untap there. Gambit. Proliferate onto the Stadium. Smit 1. That's the land for the Ugin. And life is good. Life is very, very good. Pass the turn. All right. This is what we want to be doing. Whelming Wave, I feel like fits really well in this deck. I think we need to go up to 4 copies of it because there's just way too many of these kinds of explosive creature decks. It doesn't work against other decks, but it's decent. Perfect. Yep, that's a perfect. All right, so we block, we take 3, we Ugin, and that should just be the game. Yeah, we lose the counter. This is the other issue is we really have to have them not have creatures until we can combo off. But Ugin. -3. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Oh, I love this deck. Okay, yeah. When this deck is off, it is so good. Oh, that's great. All right, up against Shadow Geddon, and we're gonna... Inventors Fair is a way to find it. We're gonna mulligan to try to find... Okay, this is the first hand where we've had a Strixhaven Stadium, so we're gonna keep this. Drop the Ugin. Keep this. Okay, we do have to find land or a way to ramp up into Strixhaven Stadium. I'm fine waiting a couple turns to make that happen, hopefully. After Cage. All right, so control. Servant is very nice for turn 2. We have to hit this land here. We'll let them untap. Yeah, there you go. You're welcome. Homunculus. Oh, that was different than I expected. Yep, okay. There's the land. Strixhaven Stadium. So untap another target artifact. The Strixhaven Stadium, which we'll have to tap down to do it. And then we'll tap down. Then no attacks. Untap Strixhaven Stadium. Up to 3 pretty quickly. Actually, wait, we have to go to the end step. I have to put stops to make Strixhaven Stadium actually work. Is this creature or an artifact? Okay, just a creature. That's fine. Annoying. Fine. Okay, Sparring Construct. What do I need to find? Can Karn actually get us anything worthwhile here? We have to get creatures out to have a chance to hit. Manifold Key also lets us... Yeah, so we lose counters when they hit us. That's the other issue. All right, so... Draw. Karn. Is this us or planeswalkers that we control? Alright, Corridor Monitor. Untap Strixhaven Stadium. Manifold Key. Pass the turn. I mean, it's definitely not as good as going with Karn, man. All right, well, I like this. So I think that what they're doing is with the Glass Castles, Grafdigger's Cage, and everything. Really, all you need to find is a Scourge. I don't like the Sparring Contract as much. There's better ones than that, like Bomat Courier. Even if you're in white, like easily splash into red. But then they run things like all that glitters, and life becomes really good. Well, yeah, okay, so Karn.
Our actions determine the course of history.
what can we actually do? We have 4 mana. We could get up to Forsaken Monument and just try to start gaining life. Heart of Kiran is something, but not really enough. Another stadium isn't the absolute worst, just for ramp purposes, but I think I'm going to try to risk it for the brisket and go Forsaken Monument. Oh wait, we have a land. Yeah, so this gets us to where we can at least be trying to gain some life along the way, and hopefully they don't find all that glitters and then life is good. Said hopefully they don't find and all that glitters. Then life would be good. Yeah. Yeah, they just had an amazing hand for everything. Their Blinkmoth Nexus can at least chump here. Okay, Forsaken Monument. Yeah, we're just dead. All right. Bummer. Yeah. Oh, that's frustrating. The double glass castle, because like we actually were in good shape up until they found all the glitters. You know, just with their one creature, we could definitely keep up with it, and we actually would have gotten up to like we put about 8 counters onto this, but just the double glass casket was unexpected in that kind of matchup and really shut us down hard. All right, up against Gamma Code, and we have Gambits on turn 3. I think we mulligan. We're trying to find Stadium. There we go. This is much better. Keep this. Karn. I think I'd rather have Karn over the Tezzeret's Gambit. It's a little bit of a tough choice. I think that's right. A 2-drop would be nice. Tezzeret actually isn't the worst, though. We don't have an extra blue source, though, for it. Mind Stone. Well. Okay, then. Yeah. Stadium. Mind Stone. Opt. Sweet. Tons of ramp. That's really good. Finding an Ugin would be great. Karn into grabbing like Heart of Kiran or something just to have effects would be nice. And we'll pass the turn. All right, so counter spells are annoying. Oh, they get the Strixhaven Stadium. Takes the Mind Stone. I'm more happy with that. All right, blue mana is still amazing here. Okay. Yeah, Karn would be nice, but while we have them tapped down, getting a Tezzeret is so good. Grab a Thopter to start protecting.
As are you.
And pass the turn. Maybe I should have just been drawing cards there. We would have only drawn 1 card. We'll go ahead and chomp. Having the flyers helps with the Strixhaven Stadium. Alrighty. Flippin' deputy. Pass my turn. Alright, so we get Karn. Karn dies unless I grab Heart of Kiran here. Voltaic Servant, actually, Voltaic Servant can block pretty well, right? Let's take a peek at this, though. What do we want? God-Pharaoh statue, they're stuck on 3 mana at the moment, so that can be a pretty big play. Let's grab God-Pharaoh's statue, play out Voltaic Servant, untap Strixhaven Stadium. We can at least protect Karn, hopefully. If they have another Deputy of Attention or Apparition or this or Ephemerate or anything like that, then it's bad, but, you know, otherwise, cool. Yeah, because if they take any of these guys, we just are losing mana over and over again, which is awful. So yeah, Ephemerate's the worst. I don't think they're going to have a way to pump here, so we block the Apparition. Take one to Karn. Fight is one. Alright. I mean, that is annoying, but it's not the absolute worst. At least we get to keep the Karn. And then God-Pharaoh's statue is big. To get restoration. Alright, God-Pharaoh's statue, up to 5 with Strixhaven Stadium. Do I play this out as a land? I can turn this into a 6/6 blocker, but another Deputy or an Ephemerate and everything, it gets really bad. At the same time, though, if they Ephemerate this, we get back the Tezzeret, which then dies. Let's go ahead and take a peek. I'd rather get the card advantage out of it. So we can go Forsaken Monument and just get extra value if ever we do get creatures or anything like that. This is only colorless creatures, so it doesn't actually work for our Corridor Monitor or a lot of our other stuff. So the power doesn't help a lot there. Sorcerous Spyglass could stop some things, but I don't think it's really that worthwhile. The main reason I'm going for this is that if I find a land, I wanted something else in hand for Secret Restoration to draw us more cards. And I felt like Karn wasn't going to do anything. I was going to die regardless of what we did at that point. Ephemerates, had to pay 3 for it. Gets the God-Pharaoh statue. Doesn't quite kill Karn or Tezzeret here. Unless they have another fight as 1. Possibility, though. Angel of Vitality feels kind of awkward in this deck. Surprised they're playing that. Charm Stray. That's really interesting too. Interesting, but cool, but interesting. All right. All right, so Forsaken Monument, that's 3. Let's go ahead and... So I can make it 3/3 by ticking up. Is that worthwhile at all? Draw 2 cards here. Yeah, if we can find an Ugin, that's a big deal. Play out the Gambit. Proliferate, get another counter onto the Stadium. We have to have a creature actually attack at some point here. Let's go ahead and play out the Guardian Idol, gain a little bit more life. Tezzeret's gonna die. That's okay. We'll pass the turn. Rebounds Ephemerate. And take something else again. Yeah, Apparition. Takes our Stadium is my guess. Yeah, so we're looking for Ugin. Ugin is our win con now. This is a very janky version of this deck. I feel like they should be playing Collected Company with this as well, like Ephemera and Collected Company. Yeah, we didn't have Blinkmoth Nexus held up there, unfortunately. All right, pass to my turn. Gain a life. We have artifacts. Mind Stone. We don't have 3 blue mana yet either. Let's go. I think it's Tezzeret's Gambit. Okay, Tezzeret's Gambit. If we find a blue source, did I already play a land? I don't think I did. All right, there we go. Yeah, so we don't get a whole lot of draw with this, but actually, what can I hit with Karn? Not really anything. I need to put a Ratchet Bomb in there as well. There's an Ugin. Do I attack in with this Blinkmoth Nexus? It uses the mana. Why not? All right, let's do it. We're technically getting ahead, so booyah. All right, swinging for 3. It's a land, and everything else has non-land permanents for a lot of their stuff. So Blinkmoth Nexus actually is probably one of our main win cons if we can find multiple of those as well. If this game ends up going really long. Finding another Ugin would be sweet. I think I'll just be playing out this Ugin just to start making 2/2s. Force him to have to deal with it. Each 2/2 actually is a 4/4 with Forsaken Monument. Ephemorates. Yeah, this gets up to a 2/4. They have another one. Okay. Cool. All right, so they do have a chance for Deputy of Detention. Do they want God-Pharaoh statue or Forsaken Monument, though? All right, starts getting into these guys gone. Yeah, once they find another Deputy of Detention, we're in a lot of trouble. Yeah, because they can just take these guys. Takes the Forsaken Monument now. How do we want to do this? So I can also Ugin and kill this Deputy. Down to 19. Another Blinkmoth Nexus. All right, so we can Ugin, play Karn. If this last card is another Blink effect, we're in trouble. I think Ugin dies no matter what here. So let's just go ahead and make sure this target goes on the stack. I would prefer, I think, Forsaken Monument. I think it's a higher chance of a win con for us over God-Pharaoh statue at this point. They're top decking now anyway, so I think we need to get this Forsaken Monument back. Right as one. Oop. Yep, that's awful.
I will fight. My allies are counting on me.
Can go for another Strixhaven Stadium. I can play it out this turn and start hoping that gets us to there. We can like Blinkmoth Nexus and still get there eventually. Heart of Kiran actually shuts down stuff that they have currently. Kind of. Like at this point, we know that they're top decking, which does help a little bit. We have Castle Vantress. We have Inventors Fair. We need something like a Ratchet Bomb or Oblivion Stone or something like that that we can be having in our deck maybe as well. we're of, you know, the card, that 4-mana card that bounces everything back to hand is actually probably the card we need in here too. Doesn't attack. That is huge. Double Blinkmoth Nexus. Alright, make a dude. See what's there. Flux Channeler. Blinkmoth Nexus. It says Vigilance. Dang, I tapped on Karn's Bastion. I don't actually want to tap that one. Alright, Stadium. Let's play Stadium.
I will not lose another friend.
Alright, so Paradox Engine. And then I can draw with Mind Stone. I can't actually play anything this turn unless it's another 2-drop thing. So we'll just hold off for now. Pass the turn. Our guys are, yeah, pretty close to dead. But as long as, I mean, they should be drawing lands at some point here. They have had very, very few land draws for the kind of stuff that they're doing. All right, that's what I thought. Yeah, it's time for them to start drawing lands. This one is probably another land they're putting to the bottom. Opponent scoops it up. Wow. I don't feel like we were far enough ahead for them to be scooping right here. Like, you kill our stuff. I mean, I don't think we were ahead at that point, but we'll take that win. All right, guys. So in the breakdown for this deck, let me show you kind of my stats here, and I'll show everything from this side here as well, actually. Yeah, let me get everything up here so you can all see it, because we lost a lot of games with this one. So yeah, 3 wins out of 9 games. Not very good. We were on the play quite a bit as well, actually. This combo has issues. So this is the recordings with this. I had to take a break with it. I definitely cutting out a lot of these games because it just wasn't as interesting. I wanted, this is a combo deck, and you guys came to see combo, and I don't think we ever officially won Strixhaven Stadium, but we won because it was like, we're gonna get there eventually. Like, if you can't kill us in a few more turns, it gets there. The one hard part about it is you do have to hit in with a creature, but Blinkmoth Nexus felt really strong there. Having Manifold Key to give stuff unblockable as well was sweet. I was surprised how many people, like how many things there were to just remove our stuff, like Skyclave Apparitions, Deputy Detentions, just all those kinds of things were really annoying for artifacts. And the game where we got glass casketed on our quarter monitors, these guys were pretty bad. And so adding in the Whelming Wave is huge. That was probably the biggest thing. The hardest part was trying to figure out what to take out. And I ended up taking out Quarter Monitor and Flux Channeler down to 3. I initially had those at 4 ofs. And honestly, I think that Quarter Monitor doesn't need to be as big of a piece here. It has very explosive potential, and it works really well with Strixhaven Stadium. But I think that we're on more of like the proliferate plan. And just like being able to untap it a few times, like having lots of Manifold Keys, I feel like would be better than having Quarter Monitors or Voltaic Servant, so untaps at the end. Like, I think Manifold Key is probably the best card that we can have for it. And so I think I'd rather go down some Quarter Monitors. The one side of Quarter Monitor that's really nice is that, like, on turn 3, we can untap a Guardian Idol, play out again. Like, we can end up playing a bunch of stuff out, and it ends up being 1 mana for us to cast for each of these, as long as we're untapping one of the Mind Stones or Guardian Idols. And that can let us empty out our hand, which is really good. Flux Channeler, I think, has a much higher chance of actually comboing off with Strixhaven Stadium. We have a lot more stuff in here, and if we take out Quarter Monitor, we have less creatures. Part of what I was thinking is that we needed the creatures in there so that we could use Manifold Key to give it unblockable to then attack him with Strixhaven Stadium for the win, and so that's why I wanted Quarter Monitors. Blinkmoth Nexus was perfect there. It was just fine. And honestly, I think I want more Tezzeret, because I was bringing Tezzeret as like, that could be a good finisher. Tezzeret was awesome here. It was perfect. I loved it. Having the Thopters also to help us get in for damage with Strixhaven Stadium was sweet. And so I think another copy of... So I think what I do is I probably take out all of the quarter monitors, go up to 3 or 4 copies of Whelming Wave, and another copy of Tezzeret. And then the question is, how many more Guardian Idols do we need to bring in, and where do I fit that in? And I'm not totally sure. Like, honestly, that's the hard part. Karn, the sideboard could fit in a few more things. Ratchet Bomb was one of the cards I think would have been good. So yeah, put counter onto it, and then you can tap it to sacrifice, destroy each non-land permanent with mana value equal to the number of charge counters. The issue with this is if we're getting up to 3, we're also killing our Strixhaven Stadium, or 2, it kills a lot of our stuff. So it's really only good against a bunch of tokens, and I didn't really run up against a lot of tokens decks, like and it doesn't quite disrupt enough stuff, and so I think there's some matchups where we just have issues. Whelming Wave does solve a lot of the problems there. We could also run something like River's Rebuke. We are ramping enough that I think River's Rebuke could be a good option too, where it doesn't even bounce our creatures, it only bounces their stuff, and that could be nice. The nice thing about Whelming Wave, though, is it actually bounced our quarter monitor, and that could have been a good way to play as well. But I think River's Rebuke might be better than Whelming Wave because of how much ramp we have, that we can get up to 6 mana and go off with it, but being able to do this on turn 3 in Historic is worthwhile. So I think that it might be 2 copies of Whelming Wave and 1 copy of River's Rebuke, or like 3 and 1 might be the right way to go, because River's Rebuke just has huge upside if you ever get it. It's return all non-land permanents of the opponents, and that way we can hit non-land permanents, not just creatures, and that's why I think River's Rebuke is worth doing, and it's all one-sided, and it's just big. That's basically the breakdown for this one. Yeah, I think that's the biggest part. I just didn't quite have those pieces there. Honestly, once I figured out the Whelming Wave and everything, I want to play this deck more. It took me so many games to get to where I had enough good games to show you guys. And now I'm like, oh, should I keep going with it? I want to play more. And I probably will play more for myself, these kinds of things. And I might play something like on a live stream sometime. Like I might revisit some of these really fun decks on a live stream every once in a while. If you guys want access to those, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. If you guys want to help support the channel, hit the join button as well. That's a great way to monetarily help support the channel, to make sure that I can keep doing this kind of stuff, or that it makes more sense to keep going. How about that? I'll do it regardless, but it definitely helps to have the financial incentive every once in a while. Anyway, thank you guys so much. You guys have a good one. We'll see you in the next one, and bye-bye.